So hello everyone, coming to the first lecture of the course Embedded System Design. This Embedded System Design, the subject is as per JNTU syllabus 4th year 1st semester, the regulation of R16, presented by Mr. A. Satish, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society Group of Institutions. So coming to the content of the today's lecture, first one is a course objective, the second one is a course outcomes, third one is a syllabus, next one is introduction to the embedded system and the definition of embedded system, and then last one is the building blocks of an embedded system or a basic block diagram of a embedded system. These are the content of the today's course. So coming to the first one, objective of the course. What is an objective of embedded system design course? So to provide an overview of design principles of an embedded system. What are the design principles? How to design a embedded system? What are the design techniques in embedded system? We know after this is one of the objective of the course. So coming to the next one, to provide clear understanding about the role of firmware and operating systems in the correlation with the hardware systems. The understanding about the role of firmware means software and the operating system with correlated with the hardware systems, how the correlate with hardware and software. So this is the objective of an embedded system design course. So coming to the next one, that is outcomes, course outcomes. So coming to this embedded system design course, we are defining 5 outcomes for this course. The first one is first course outcome, CO1 is defined, describe the difference between general computing system and the embedded system. What is the major difference between the general computing system and the general computers versus embedded system? So coming to this CO number 2, that is an explain the core of the embedded system. What is an in-depth of an embedded system? Coming to the third one, define the programming environment used to develop embedded system. How the embedded system is developing with the programming. So third CO is belongs to defining the programming environment used in an embedded system. The coming to the fourth one, that is classify real-time embedded system using the concepts of real-time operating system. So real-time embedded system using with the real-time operating system, how the real-time applications are using with the real-time operating system. This is coming to fourth course outcome. Coming to the last and fifth one, there is a design, the implement and the test on embedded system. Design and implement test on embedded system. After completion, after designing of an embedded system, after completion the designing part is completed. Coming to the testing part, the test of the embedded system, what is the how the performance of a system, like this is the designing of embedded system. This is the fifth outcome of the course. So coming to the next one, what is the syllabus of this course? So coming to the syllabus, the first one is unit number 1 is the introduction to the embedded system. Coming to this unit, what is the definition of an embedded system? What is the major difference between the general computing system versus embedded system? What is the major applications of an embedded system? Classification of an embedded system, like this. These are under first unit number 1. Coming to the unit number 2, a typical embedded system. So typical embedded system means core of the embedded system, the general purpose and domain specific processors. What are the general purpose processor and domain specific processors are there, or ASCIIs and PLDs. Like coming to the next part is a memory. What is ROM, RAM, memory accessing? All these are comes under typical embedded system. So coming to the unit number 3, so that is embedded firmware. Embedded firmware means embedded software. In this unit we have to deal with how the software is defining for the hardware, how this is working together. So this is about the unit number 3, that is embedded firmware. Coming to the fourth unit, that is RTOS based embedded system design. RTOS means real time operating system based on embedded system design. So how your designing embedded system is working with a real time operating system. So this is about the unit number 4. Coming to the last unit, that is deal with the task communications. That is the sharing of memory, communication, the data transferring between your system to device to device, how the transferring the data from device to device and the system to system. These are coming under unit number 5. So coming to the first topic in the syllabus, coming to the first one is introduction to the embedded system. So before going to discuss about the introduction to the embedded system, we know some definitions that are what is a system, what is a computer, and what is a computing. Computer and computing. Coming to the first one is what is a system. Basically all you know, the system means it takes inputs and gives outputs. Take input, some processing, or sometime it gives an output. It's a system. Basically in the definition format it is defined, it is an arrangement in which all its units assembled work together according to the set of rules is called a system. The system is defined arranging in which arranging of all units assembled and work together according to the set of rules given by the user. According to set of rules given by the user, the output is coming. That is called a basically system. Coming to the example of a system, the regular life we are using the watch. Watch is one system. So this is using for time displaying system. The watch is a time displaying system. Time displaying means it displays the time. It displays the time. That is about the system. So coming to the next one is a computer. So computer is an electronic device which take input from the user, processing the data and gives an appropriate output. Is called a computer. All you know the definition of a computer. Computer is an electronic device which takes input from the user. User is giving the inputs and processing. After processing, based on input and processing, the output is given. So this is a basic definition of a computer. So coming to the definition of a computing. So computing is a process of using computer technology to complete the given task. Computer technology to the process of using computer technology to complete a given task. What are the tasks? Which are the tasks you have to given to the computer that is completed? It's called computing. It's called computing. The process of using computer technology to complete a given task. So this is a definition of a computing. So these are the basic required definitions of system, computer and computing. So coming to the next one, introduction to embedded system. The next part is all we have been brought up in the age of computing. Now we are brought up in the age of computing. Computing is already before defining, means the system is more lot of years back the system is defining. So already we are brought up, means computers are everywhere. In the brought up age, computers are in everywhere. So basically you know the some type of computers you are seen regularly. Type of computers are we are familiar with some desktops or laptops and servers and mobile phones. So desktops and laptops is one example of a computer, and the servers, maintaining of a servers, and the coming to the mobile phones. This is also one example of a computer. Why I am calling as a mobile also a computer means nowadays the technology is developing. The mobile is using mobile. All the computer applications are working in the mobile also. So that's why the mobile is calling as a one type of computer. So these are the very familiar with all of us. So coming to the next one, first concept of your syllabus is definition of an embedded system. What is the definition of embedded system? The embedded system is defined as an embedded system is an electronic or electromechanical system designed to perform a specific function, and it is a combination of both hardware and software. So embedded system is an electronic or electromechanical system is designed to perform a specific function. This means the system, embedded system, is designing for the purpose of specific function or a unique function. But basically the computer is defining for the multiple purpose. The computer is using for the multiple purpose, means computer is working at a time, working multiple tasks. So coming to the embedded system, which is designed for a specific function only, is working on only one task at a time. You're doing one task at a time. So this is a major difference between a computer and a embedded system. The example already you know, the example of an embedded system is number of is there. First I am taking an example of washing machine.